This is your first time in Romania. What brings you back?
Well, I was asked to come over, and frankly, I didn't know that this was going to be this sort of event. I thought it was more like a regular concert, and okay, when we like to play, so when we are invited in a nice place and the conditions are good, then we just go and play.
You have a Spanish band name, you have a lot of songs in English, and now your first album completely in French. Can this be considered a return to your roots?
Yes, I mean French is definitely my language, and like I said, when I was little, the first music that I was exposed to was mostly French chanson, and French is my culture. That's it's the first language that I mean French and Flemish, but I went to school in French, and so my first contact with culture, like with books and was in French. So yeah, you could say that it's going back to my roots. Yes.
On your last album, you worked with the man that reinvented harmonica playing in the 60s. How was it like working with Toots Thielemans?
Toots Thielemans is a wonderful human being, and he's a wonderful musician, and we are both from Brussels, so we both speak Brussels dialect, and my father was there, and my father passed away now, but he's also from Brussels, and it was like meeting somebody from my family.
It probably was an extraordinary experience.
He plays, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, the man is nearly 90 years old, and he's just amazing. He's amazing.
You have had an amazing career. Do you remember how it felt like being on stage for the first time?
The first time that I sang for people was on the street, on the corner of the street. So that was my first performance in public. And I was very, very, very nervous because, I started singing with my eyes shut, and I didn't dare to open them because I didn't know if people would be standing there to listen to me. And then finally I did, and there was a few people who were listening to me, so that was my first show. Yeah.
And being on the stage with Vaya con Dios for the first time, how did that feel like?
Well, I was very, very nervous, of course. I'm still nervous, when I perform. Before I go on stage, I'm very nervous. While I'm on stage, I'm very nervous. So nothing has changed that much. So.
You have had thousands of shows all over the world. Even though each one is special, you probably must have your favorites. Will you share them with us?
I don't have a favorite one. I mean, there's been every show is different, and sometimes we feel like we had fun and we felt like we played really well, and then it turns out that it was not our best show, or sometimes we thought we were terrible and people loved it, and so it's very difficult. I mean, it's difficult to say what was the best one, but I would say most of the time we are having fun.
Last year, during your show, you sang Jump, a cover after Edith Piaf.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
It's a Romanian song, yes, I do.
It's Maria
Yes, yes, I have the record. Somebody sent it to me from the production, yes.
Everybody in the audience was amazed when you started singing it.
It was a very famous song in France in the 50s, 60s, beginning of the 60s. And of course, when I did a cover of it, I didn't know that it was a Romanian song. Although, when you listen to it, you can tell that there is some influence from these parts of the world. Yeah.
After last year's show, everybody was, as I said, amazed. What do you have prepared for us for your performance tonight?
Well, it will be I don't know what we played here last year, but it will be a combination of the new songs and the hits, and there will be 8 of us on stage.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And if you have time, we would like for you to send a message to all your fans that are watching.
Yes. Well, to all my fans, I wish Merry Christmas and a very, 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 very healthy and happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you so much.